Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Hawk and Cement. Hello Gandhi Nutpile, hello, how are you doing? As we're looking at Hawk spawning as the blue human player over here on the bottom left hand side of the map of Last Refuge, meanwhile Cement spawning as the pink undead. Undead versus human in this 1v1 matchup, and well, for those of you guys who want to catch me on Twitch, I'm actually starting a little bit earlier. I'm getting adjusted to a new schedule of casting as well. The schools in my neighborhood are going back to full-time schooling, which means I have to drop off my kids earlier, which means, well, my whole entire schedule is being moved up about like 15 minutes. So with that said, if you guys want to check me out, Monday to Friday, I'll be casting about 6:15 to maybe 7:20 now during the school week, as that's the only time that I can sacrifice a little bit of sleep and then start and well create some beautiful content for you guys as we review these WarCraft 3 games together, and hopefully you just enjoy my reactions as well. Got a little bit of a late start today. Finally got the camera working again. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Some of you guys are like, yeah, we missed the camera. The camera has Crota's reaction on it. And it's always weird, like I need to look at the camera here, but then I need to look over there to see where my head is positioned. So yeah, casting everything today, and even casting to see if it sounds right. Now, what's going to go on in this matchup? It looks like it is a Crypt Lord opening up with ghouls. The Crypt was a little bit delayed here, and we are going to be going into a Crypt Lord, perhaps trying to go in for a fast expansion attempt. Now, we should be seeing a Scroll of Town Portal being sold, and that Scroll of Town Portal being sold is perhaps one of the things that, well, I think is going to really give undead players and orc players a big advantage with the news with the new upcoming patch, being able to sell your Scrolls of Town Portal a little bit earlier. Oh, there's some beetles coming on out here. Let's take a look. Rock Golem gonna try to make its way back over, trying to go after these units. Gonna go ahead and engage. There's a footman trying to fight back right there. There goes an ensnare onto a ghoul as well. As the Archmage, is down off to the south, looking to clear out some creep camps, perhaps get to level 2. Now, we are looking down across here. We are at 14/15 supply. More workers are being trained. So it looks as though this footman is just trying to come in for harassment rather than trying to, well, stop any sort of an expansion attempt. Down to the south here, we are going to be looking at the militia making their way back over. Archmage should drop a second water elemental to clear out this 5-3-3 creep camp and then set up an expansion of its own. There goes a couple of ensnares down, now dropping the water elemental. Militia could easily switch targets, as it looks as though one of the water elementals not actually taking any of that aggro damage. And now we're going to see that Archmage getting up to level 2.5, getting very close to 3. Back off to the north, Cement has already set up and haunted that gold mine. There is a Ziggurat now coming into play. Meanwhile, the Crypt Lord trying to get to level 2 here does have 2 more charges on that Rod of Necromancy and wants to go very wide with this army. We are going to be looking at Impale as that second ability. Ghoul is taking quite a bit of damage and now looking to back away. Looks like we're going to be getting a macro game between Hawk and Cement here. Both sides not going to be trying to tech to tier 2, at least anytime soon. Very much lumber limited, as we also see, extra lumber being collected here, and not quite enough, not quite enough harvesters to really do much there. You can see down to, constantly a little bit low on gold. But this is one of those things where maybe the new lumber mill mechanic would actually work out well. Being able to get advanced upgrades early on, and therefore you don't have to flood so much into those harvesters. All right, lots of water elemental illusions coupled with one water elemental here. Archmage trying to go after things here as the Ziggurat is down here. Archmage going to try and get in some of that damage. Perhaps go after that low hit point Ghoul. Ghoul does get taken down. There you are. Footman gets taken down in the process, as well as another water elemental going to get lost too. Archmage now trying to drop another water elemental once more, trying to find the real water elemental. Will the real water elemental please stand up? up, as the Water Elemental quickly getting abolished there by Cements, well, Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Nicely done once more. More damage now coming back across, trying to figure out which one is the real one indeed. As you can see, this Water Elemental here left, is it going to end up getting taken down? Archmage may try to get off a couple of fireballs. One more shot should do it. And there it goes, Water Elemental dissipating into nothing. All right, Forest Troll Berserker and Archmage able to clear off one of those units again, as the Forest Troll Berserker trying to get away. Archmage does not have Boots of Speed, now able to slip through a quick group of units, but it looks as though it's not going to work out well. All right, in comes the army. There goes an ensnare, losing one of those units. Forest Troll Shadow Priest Archmage going to try and get some damage traps, go after that Acolyte. Forest Troll Berserker now trying to slip on through, as the Forest Troll Berserker should have no problems surviving there as he scrolls of Town Portals out. 37 supply compared to 31. Cement easily defended that expansion here. Tech to tier 2 should now be underway, just now started, as the Necropolis needed to train up Acolytes back at the home of Hawk. Hawk also just started as well, as we are looking at a lumber mill being thrown down here. One of those situations where you actually want your lumber mill closer to those trees, if at all possible, unless you're trying to build some sort of sim city where units have a difficult time inside. You want to try and make sure that those trees are the trees are as close to that lumber mill, since that lumber mill's main point is to try and, well, speed up the collection of wood early on. All right, level 4 now on that Archmage. Double scrolls of regeneration there. Are we going to see a Forest Troll Shadow Priest picked up? No, we are not, as the footmen now make their way back off to the north here. Still, we are looking at a fair number of ghouls. Belt of Giant Strength on that Crypt Lord as the game is underway. Crypt Lord, well, always threatening an impale surround with the number of ghouls you're seeing. Meanwhile, coming back across to the other side here, Archmage looking to clear out the Ogre Warrior and the Goblin Merchant shop as well. Both sides opting to clear out their opponent's side of the creep map rather than their own. Potion of Greater Healing, a very nice drop for Hawk there. Meanwhile, the consumable item was a Potion of Greater Mana for that Crypt Lord, who may be able to get off an impale here. There's a Clarity Potion, there's an impale. Archmage could be in a bit of trouble. There's a bit of stun as we're looking at the footman now trying to retreat back. Are we going to see a scroll of healing? Yes, we are, as we're going to be looking at a little bit of damage. There's that Forest Troll Berserker in that backline position. Beautifully done right there. There goes another impale, but the ghouls are just trying to get back to the very far back here. Are they going to end up taking too much damage? That is the question. There goes one ghoul. There goes another ghoul, and the Archmage is just doing a good job trying to protect this Forest Troll Berserker, as we're looking at Beetle after Beetle starting to fall. All right, there's not much of an army left. Crypt Lord may just go for another last impale to finish off that unit there, but eating up 3 impales, as we're now looking at level 5 on that Archmage, dropping in level 3 Water Elementals. That damage is going to be pretty much through the roof, as we're looking at 44 to 52 piercing damage going after those carry-on Beetles retreating now. 38 supply compared to 36. And this is a strange spot to be in. Both players really wanted to clear up some space in their supply cap in order to train up higher tier units. They actually had a fist fight there over by the Goblin Merchant shop. A lot of mana was used. The Potion of Greater Mana by Cement, allowing for additional impales to finish off many of those footmen, and also that Forest Troll Berserker. Now that supply's been cleared up, well, we now have the opportunity to clear out additional creep camps or to train up higher tier units, as well as we're looking at, well, a Temple of the Damned and Slaughterhouse perhaps going to end up getting canceled down here. Mountain King now going to try to make its way through. Death Knight now out here on the battlefield. Archmage should be trying to drop another Water Elemental. Are we going to see another impale? Death Knight is here as well. Water Elemental Archmage going to try and break through this side across here. Drops another Water Elemental and now completely surrounded. Mountain King opens up with a Stormbolt. Crypt Lord now with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Is he going to be forced to use it? Archmage has a Potion of Healing. He uses that. He is still surviving and fighting right here. Death Coil onto the Crypt Lord. Stormbolt onto a Crypt Fiend, as the Archmage is going to try and break its free. Wow! A split-second difference right there, as the Crypt Fiend stays alive with 79 hit points. All right, it looked like Hawk was getting a bit greedy, backed himself into a corner, completely surrounded for quite a bit of time, and well, forced to use a scroll of town portal and a potion of greater healing. Perhaps not what he really wanted to be doing. Archmage needs to back away from that fight, not gain or not steal any more of that experience, as the Mountain King desperately wants to get to level 3 or level 2. Level 3 as well, but level 2 would at least open up Thunderclap. And I think if Hawk had actually gotten Thunderclap earlier in that fight, perhaps slowing down the attacks of all of those beetles that were trying to attack the Archmage, it may have actually had a very different outcome. Yes, the Storm Bolts were allowing or did allow for almost killing of that Crypt Fiend there, but the Archmage could have stuck around a lot longer. Death Knight, Death Knight really was not in danger of because of the Death Knight, the Crypt Lord was never really in danger here, as a Footman easily going to get finished off here. As the Overlord, well, Archmage backing away, Mountain King still getting a good surround there, going to get to level 2, picks up a Book of the Dead, I believe, as the item, as now in comes the Crypt Lord, Crypt Fiends, and the remaining units. Units are now trying to back away here. We are looking at the army going after the undead, a little bit of a swap there, as the Mountain King does get War Song Battle Drums for damage bonus. Heal pot, yeah, was kind of a waste right there. He was, if it translated into a Crypt Fiend or some other kill, that would have been the difference. Death Knight getting, I believe, that last bit of experience, as the Mountain King wants to get to level 3 desperately, as we're still looking at, nope, Mountain King gets that last bit of experience once more and may get to level 3 from a Forest Troll Berserker. It might be very, very close. I think just a bit shy. Wow. Nope, right pretty much on the money. 7 experience more than it needed. We're looking at 56 supply compared to 62. Cement. Now with the Lich out onto the battlefield, Lich going to be picking up an Orb of Corruption, and that is the power spike, one of the main power spikes of the undead army. Also, the threat of triple nukes between Impale, Death Coil, and Frost Nova is now on the table, as the Archmage shows up to the party here trying to get some damage. Are we going to perhaps see a little bit of hero nuking? Level 2 Stormbolt? No, level 2 Thunderclap coming in. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight now pretty much trapped into a corner. There's an Impale. The Death Knight does have a potion of lesser invulnerability, and he's just going to use that right there. Mountain King completely surrounded. Are we going to be looking at a Thunderclap at all? Spellbreaker trying to get Holy Lighted as well. Death Coil on there, as the Archmage gets a Staff of Sanctuary off. Death Knight, Thunderclap, Crypt Lord gets taken down. Death Knight could be in trouble as well. Units trying to back away. Mountain King is there. Crypt Lord falls at level 4. There's a Holy Light saving that priest, as the Abominations show up to the party. A couple of webs are coming across as well. 57 supply compared to 72. Mountain King gonna perhaps come across all these units, throw down a slowing clap, and trying to create a little bit of separation. Crypt Lord, wow, that Banshee getting saved right there. Frost Nova on the Knight. Units are trying to retreat back again and again. No Sundering Blades on that Knight as of yet, as the Knight needs, a little bit more time and doesn't need the Impale, as he is stunned and most likely may get taken out. There's a Death Coil to add up a little bit more damage again, as a priest sees his life flash before his eyes, and once, almost twice, now taken back home. Water Elemental retreating back. Hawk is still a little bit behind. In terms of supply. Army size is different, and also just the amount of gold in the bank. Hero levels are about the same. Archmage benefiting from being at level 5 compared to the Crypt Lord at level 4, as we're going to see a potential creepjack here. All right, Spellbreakers, Knights now going after the units. What is going down here? Death Coil saving that unit, saving that Crypt Fiend there. Scroll of Town Portal quickly trying to get away. Thunderclap, I don't believe it actually slowed anything down, and no, it did not, as we're looking at the Knights cleaning up the remainder of this creep camp to give level 2 to that Paladin. Mountain King, Boots of Quel'Thalas, Staff of Sanctuary being used pretty aggressively in and out of combat, and that is one of the benefits of Staff of Sanctuary over Staff of Preservation. It is still useful out of combat. As much, the low cooldown on Staff of Preservation often gets a lot of attention, but the fact that it makes sense to use your Staff of Sanctuary on units, even out of combat, is a very big difference as well. Then again, Staff of Preservation also useful out of combat if you're just gonna go ahead and heal up at those Moonwells. Priest getting taken down there. Archmage trying to back away. Looks like it will be able to head back home. Just trying to create a bit of separation as we saw Hawk taking up another expansion here at the 4 o'clock location. Hi, Secret. How you doing? Coming back down, Arcane Sanctum training up double Spellbreakers. Knights are still getting added in as well. Are we looking at Knights with Sundering Blades and Animal War training? Yes, we are. Archmage looking to back away as we are looking at a couple of guard towers here. Oh, Book of the Dead, as we're now the Death Knight now gonna lose a lot of mana. Obsidian statues, there are a couple behind here as the Archmage is here as well. Priest gonna easily be able to dispel here as the, well, Priest need to be very careful. Crypt Fiends with a large amount of damage. Archmage can continue to try and fight here as the Obsidian statues are continuing to heal and heal that line. Beautiful Thunderclap trying to slow things down, followed up by an Impale. And you want to actually try and separate that just a little bit more. You slow the attack, and then right as the attack is slowed, then you completely stun. You don't want those two to actually overlap nearly that much unless you're trying to just hero blast your way through. Mountain King comes in with another slowing clap, 64 supply compared to 63. Guard Tower trying to save. There's a Staff of Sanctuary, I believe, saving that Mountain King as Priest are slowly getting taken out as well. Spellbreakers, oh, beautiful splat onto that Crypt Fiend right there as the Archmage is still trying to make its way back. All right, Paladin pretty much out of mana. That's going to be in a little bit of a sticky situation. Archmage could be in trouble. Squirrel Town Portal not used in time as the Archmage falls at level 5. Death Knight, well, still wandering around, down to 147 hit points. Flying Machines trying to take down the Destroyers, but the Crypt Fiends having their own idea of what's going to go down here as the Paladin now has a potion of mana, using that potion of mana, trying to perhaps holy light some more units. There goes a Crypt Fiend. No, Death Knight with the save once more. So much mana from those Obsidian statues, but the Obsidian statues may be low on mana after this battle here. All right, more battling coming on through. Sorceress is trying to get in slow, but casting slow onto an undead army when they have Destroyers is a bit of a double-edged sword, as we can see that the Destroyers still have mana. Coming back around, 69 supply compared to 60. Mountain King, well, Mountain King now finally back in on the fight. Archmage should be resurrected about, 40% there. Death Knight getting a little bit of damage as the Destroyers able to easily finish off that guard tower. And, well, at this point in time, it's not worth saving. Buying a little bit of time to heal back up the Paladin, the Mountain King, get the Flying Machines, the Priest, all back and going once more. Knights a little bit low on hit points as we're going to be looking at the Flying Machines just simply flying back over. Knights getting, well, Bloodlust, only to see it abolished by the Forest Troll High Priest. That does have the added benefit, though, of having less mana on that Forest Troll High Priest for actual heals. Units are now retreating back. No more guard towers there, no matter what the minimap says. Mountain King now up to level 4. Ankh of Reincarnation. We could be using or seeing more Staff of Sanctuary being used to try and just constantly heal up these knights or any other low hit point units. The majority of the creep camps have now been cleared out. I believe the only one left is this top left-hand side. We're looking at peasants trying to re-establish up this expansion as the undead army of cement ready to push on through. Death Knight, Crypt Lord, Lich sitting at 3. So 5, 4, 3. This is the, well, Crypt Lord strategy that has been so very common. Go fallen out of favor by the highest tier pros, but as you can see, it is still very effective with that Impale and, well, just so much hero nuking damage. Triple Destroyers here, 82 supply, finally going into 77. Flying Machines trying to push those Destroyers back and away again as we're looking at the, well, Knights, and is that an illusion? Yes, an illusion abomination now coming in there. It just popped up out of nowhere as we're looking at so many abominations. Many of them, however, are illusions, and will it get spotted? That is the question here. Peasants, Militia now trying to make their way back around. Thunderclap coming down. Cripplord could be in trouble, down to 240 hit points. He did have a heal, but remember, the Orb of Fire really prevents much of that healing effect, as you're seeing illusions are just absolutely disappearing. 63 supply compared to 67. Peasants still doing long distance mining again. Gold mines off to the top left and bottom right. Wait, hold on. Gold mines here only have about 2 minutes of mining left. More guard towers being placed down, and I don't see any, well, town hall trying to be established here as of yet. All right, there you are, trying to follow it up here. Are we going to see Cement establish up an expansion of his own, or will he be going all in and trying to destroy his opponent's base? That is the question at hand. Undead is like nom nom, little by little. Yep, a bit of a lopsided human versus undead. Yeah, human versus undead, a bit of a lopsided battle. Trying to balance this matchup so difficult as we're looking at the Death Knight. Well, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability there. Destroyers are here as well. And well, trying to fight back and forth. There goes the Impale. There goes, well, Water Elemental getting devoured. And the Death Knight does get taken down. This gives level 4 to the Paladin. Paladin now has level 1 Devotion Aura. Both sides are fighting their way through. Mountain King getting in a good amount of mana as the Archmage, well, gets impaled and now back onto the ground. Archmage, well, gets a little bit of healing light right there, trying to fight its way through, getting surrounded. This could be a problem again. Archmage using a Scroll of Town portal in order to, well, save itself as a Crypt Fiend does get taken out, and now the Death Knight resurrected back at that tavern. 58 supply compared to 71. Scroll of Regeneration needing to be used. Paladin trying to heal things up. Staff of, well, trying to get things back going. Death Knight now shows back up to the party. Are we going to see a Stormbolt onto the Death Knight? Death Knight shows back up. This could be very bad news. Are we going to see the Death Knight get blasted? Yes, we are. And, well, now Undead knows what it feels like to get hit by, well, 2 spell nukes, Stormbolt and Holy Light. Very effective right there. But the Paladin, well, now Holy Light is a bit on cooldown. Abomination is able to escape at 41 hit points. More fighting underway. Flying Machines need to get in on that fight here as well. Another Impale goes down, level 4 on that Lich, as we're looking at level 6 on the Crypt Lord. Knights are in a bit of trouble as we're looking at Cement trying to back away down to 137 hit points. And we see, well, some Knights still barely surviving. Staff of Sanctuary being used by the Archmage and that Paladin. A lot of teleporting back off over here as well to heal back up low hit point units. More Knights joining in on the battle as the expansion is up and running. Will Cement his lead? I don't know. Now that we are now on 2 bases, 2 bases to 1, Cement is attempting to go for an all-in at this point. And that all-in may come down to how much mana is on these heroes. Destroyers right there getting caught in transit could be a bad deal. Flying Machines, Death Knight now back out onto the battlefield. Is it going to end up getting Holy Lighted? Yes, it will. Potion of Healing is on that Death Knight. Meanwhile, the Crypt Fiends and all these other units are in trouble. Lich gets taken out, and Cement, well, was not quick drying Cement, unable to cement his lead at all. As we're looking at the Death Knight escaping from the fight after the Lich was taken down. Abomination down. Mountain King now up to level 5. Level 3 Thunderclap going to be slowing things down even further. And I believe the tipping point has been reached. Mountain King able to catch up and then, well, get back into the swing of things right there. Hawk taking out Cement in the final, I would say, 4 minutes of this. Yeah, Human not only in this, Cement actually had a commanding lead, but Hawk really never gave up. Cement never found Hawk's rebuilt expansion, and that gave Hawk, well, more gold to spend on items to be able to recover. The fact that Cement, well, he kind of panicked and retrained up his Death Knight at the tavern in the very last moments, only to be out of position. His Lich was out of position. And, well, when you resurrect at the tavern, that Death Knight doesn't have any mana whatsoever, unable to save that Lich. Losing, well, that much hero nuking power tipped things in favor of Hawk. And Cement being out of position there, well, cemented the deal. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.